Alright, the five of us finally fighting. It's about time all five of us got to fight as a unit. Donald and Goofy have been out here on their own adventure with the non-joint moving Sora. But now that Sora's training with his telepathic abilities, he should be able to... Maybe he'll be able to join one of the future battles. Who knows? It was a very brave direction for Nomura to go in, to have the main character lose the use of all four of their limbs, and then have them be replaced by one of the people who you thought they'd be rescuing. This is honestly kind of a subversive masterpiece. The real subversive masterpiece is when freaking... my... Oh my god. Okay, since my last recording was lost, I made extra sure this time that I'm actually recording. That was a very frustrating revelation to come to. I feel like they should require you to actually be recording before you go live. Like, that doesn't feel like a thing you should be able to do. At least not with it without it saying, hey, you're live right now, but you didn't press the start recording button. Did you mean to do this? Are you recording a podcast or something? That you also want to have, like, no record of afterwards? Because it won't get saved to your computer? And then I could just very easily say, no, I would like to actually record this. But yeah, I could have sworn I was recording last time, and I was wrong. But this time, I am absolutely sure that I'm recording this right now, because I'm watching it on my iPad, currently. I'm seeing it with my own eyeballs. Okay, since that last recording's never... Actually, I could... Since that's a Mario 64 thing, when I stream that game tomorrow, I'm just gonna retouch on the things I talked about. I didn't talk about much. A lot of the commentary was me panicking because I kept, like, falling off the stage. Which is another reason why it sucks that that wasn't recorded, because, like, man... I suffered through all that for nothing, basically. But yeah, I'll save the recap of stuff I said there for the actual Mario 64 stream. For now, I want to talk about that freaking, Final Kenobi episode. Which I thought pretty good, all in all. Like, I'm trying to think of something I can identify that didn't... Okay, there was a certain decision made by one of the characters that was a little bit confusing, considering past mistakes they'd made. And I felt like, would they really make that decision there? Or would they choose to do things differently this time around? And it felt like they would obviously do things differently unless something happened to make sure that, you know, they had to make a different decision. Instead of finishing things right, like, instead of doing things right then and there. You can destroy these? You can destroy them! Yeah, I mean, it takes a bunch of bullets from, like, the best ship in the game to actually get rid of them, but yeah. I never knew that. Okay, where's the normal go button? Okay, there it is. I normally just use the boost button, which is yeah, definitely not how you're supposed to do this. But yeah, I found that part a little bit questionable, but besides that, I felt there was another subplot going on while all that was happening, so they could have just said, oh, the character now has to prioritize taking care of things in this subplot, or continuing things here. And if they continue things here, they're gonna be, like, basically nullifying the entire point of why they're on this journey to begin with. And that could have been a pretty clever, like, way to tie things up. I mean, the way it happens still has that as an implication, right? Because, like, if they did decide to stay there longer, then, you know, something else would have been put at risk to keep things vague. Or, well, seemingly at risk. Again, like, vague posting out the wazoo here. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna, while we fight the not Death Star here, actually, it's not even remotely shaped like the Death Star, so yeah, that's actually an accurate title. I'm just gonna issue a spoiler warning for episode 6 of Kenobi. Should I? Or should I keep it vague? There's actually a lot of stuff there that I want to talk about, because I thought it was legitimately pretty cool, except for that one instance I was talking about where, like, a character making a certain decision when I feel like maybe the plot, like, they had a convenient excuse for them to do what they did, and I didn't really capitalize on it. And that's the one thing that bugs me, and, like, is keeping me back from giving this episode, like, a 10 out of 10. Like, it's more looming around a high 8, low 9, for this one episode. As far as the overall series goes, I, like, now that I'm able to look at, back on all of it as a whole, and see, like, the overall story it was trying to tell, I ended up enjoying the character Reva more than I thought I would initially. I ended up thinking they, told a pretty... Like, because it's only 6 episodes and this is, like, seemingly a one-season thing, which I could see them maybe trying to drag it out for another season, who knows. But, like, I mean, there is, like, another 9 years in between the events of Kenobi and A New Hope, but the open and closed nature of this story felt pretty conclusive. Maybe they'll do some stuff with, Maul. Because this Kenobi focused mostly on the relationship between... No, but Maul... Yeah, no, there's a good reason why that subplot wouldn't work. Okay, no. So yeah, this might... I am kind of hoping Kenobi ends up being like a one-season open and closed story, because I feel like it works. Despite all of its flaws, of which there are plenty, it still works relatively well as like a open and closed story with like a beginning, middle, and end, you know. So not only are they just like going out to please, like, not only is it only like pleasing this one fan I've never seen this one. This one's pretty cool. Uh, they're also like only pleasing a subset of that fan base. But yeah, that event kind of came and went. Uh, and yeah, that I guess marks with Nintendo's bizarre decision to make a live stream specifically cater to one fan base, half of which didn't even want it because they wanted to remain spoiler free, out of the way. I guess that ends not E3. And what I said earlier stands still. That certainly was not E3 2022. We got all the not E3 action that we were anticipating. In an event that we will call God Please Anything But E3 2022. But there were cool things announced in June. And there's always the possibility that even if E3 did happen this year, Nintendo would have just decided not to attend. Because companies do sit the things out sometimes. A lot of the times they sit them out to do their own things separately, though. But I think there have been cases where they just sat them out and didn't do anything. Is this happening a third time? Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna set a timer for 5 minutes. And if it doesn't load within that 5 minutes, I quit for today. Because it's almost 9 o'clock, and, like, I've been trying this for, like, what, like... Okay, it's taking... Shut up. So long. God, my computer takes so long to load that even pulling up OBS is a process. Okay, setting my 5-minute timer. I just wanted to check OBS to see how long I'd been streaming for. Why is that something that has to take like 9 million years? Okay, God, 41 minutes. All I wanted to find out, jeez. I'm going to pick up my cat. My cat. I am now holding my cat. She's not exactly a holding cat, but she will deal with it for right now because... No. Look, she has realized her father has suffered greatly, and she will allow him to hold her as a form of comforting him, right? Yeah, that's right. Right? You're gonna be nice? You're gonna be nice. Okay, she's not going to be nice. Okay, fine. Yo! Finally!
It's time. The Keyblade graveyard is up ahead.
Okay. We have the normal amount of Aqua and Vin in this
Someone's
cutscene.
coming.
Okay, so I guess alternatively we could have had this scene, but with
Legend has it that darkness once
Aqua
covered
and
the
Vin
world.
over Donald and Goofy.
We know so little
Which
about
maybe
the
one day I
Keyblade
could-
War, only
Someday
that it
soon
was
I could
just
show that
the beginning.
alternate version of the scene.
If ruin brings about creation, what then would another Keyblade War bring? When the darkness falls, will we be found worthy of the precious light the legend speaks of?
The cutscene still works since Aqua and Vin are actually here this
Or
time.
will all of creation instead return to the shadows? Today we will recreate the legend and see.
Yeah, when I upload this, I gotta combine the two streams, because kinda screwed the pooch on this one.
But first, your light shines far too brightly. It must be extinguished in order for the truth to be seen.
Only when your hopes have been broken by battle upon battle can the key be claimed to Kingdom Hearts.
I like how all the other, like,
break you
forms of
is what we
Xehanort and then
shall
just
do.
Veneers.
It has been etched.
Unless my theory about these guys, all of these versions of Xehanort being the darknesses, like the ancient darknesses that the Master of Masters fought. Because we know for a fact Vanitas is one of them, or at least is connected to one. So maybe that's the reason why he specifically shows up with everyone else here. Yeah, that would actually make sense if that ended up being the explanation. Maybe it's for the best that the other version of the mod didn't work out. Maybe that's just me coping. But Aqua and Vin were in fact in the cutscene, you know? Okay. King's Flare! King's Flare! That loaded up immediately! After the load times I've had to deal with today, I was not expecting for this to go up so fast. Okay, well it's stuttering now. So maybe I spoke too soon, or... Okay, party options. Now, I just want to put in... We can keep Donald and Goofy. Aqua. Vin. But I do want to keep... Wait, can I? I can have all four of them, right? Okay, yes. Okay, yeah. Alright, the five of us finally fighting... It's about time all five of us got to fight as a unit. Donald and Goofy have been out here on their own adventure with the non-joint moving Sora. But now that Sora's training with his telepathic abilities, he should be able to... Maybe he'll be able to join one of the future battles. Who knows? It was a very brave direction for Nomura to go in, to have the main character lose the use of all 4 of their limbs, and then have them be replaced by one of the people who you thought they'd be rescuing. This is honestly kind of a subversive masterpiece. The real subversive masterpiece is when freaking my... Oh my god. Every frame imaginable got dropped, but I used the move that, the Armor of the Master used during that one secret fight. Oh, snap, my new finisher. Let's see what my normal shot lock is. Oh yeah, that sure is a normal shot lock. I remember seeing that last time. Look, man, we've seen plenty of trios in this series. I'm just saying, this is the first time we've got a quinto. A quintuplet, I think, is the actual term.
Freeze! You're done.
Oh my god, I'm shredding him! Yo!
Gotcha.
True Light, let's see what that is.
Say goodbye. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, this is another thing that the Armor of the Master uses. I just become a Birth by Sleep secret boss. I go from being a Kingdom Hearts 2 secret boss to being a Birth by Sleep boss. The true threat.
Take that. Be gone.
Oh my god.
Be gone.
No enemy in this game knows Thunder Surge, so I'm basically invincible. Oh my god! That is like the sickest move. Also, wait a minute. I've never seen one of these with Terra, Donald, and Goofy. Oh, yep, there they are. Yeah, and Aqua and Vin were still fighting in the background while Terra goofed around in his silly little, carnival ride. Massive horde fights like this are incredibly fun with just, like, a bunch of party members. This is the ideal way to do this fight. Ah, look at them healing each other. It's like a super, uber, mega Zentensouken. That's so good. They drop like 1 more billion money when I do that too. God, we are shredding these guys. Stop!
Let's go.
Amazing. We've rarely gotten to see this playthrough. Alright, it's no longer Cope. I unironically am glad that I have, Donald, Goofy, Aqua, and Ventus here. This is, like, the best thing that could have happened. Dare I even say it was worth the wait.
You're done. Let's go.
Who needs ultimate form when you have, like, when you can become a complete nonsense final boss? Or a secret boss? Better dodge, roll, and use Thunder Surge. Oh wait, you can't. I win. There's nothing you can do. I can do whatever I want.
Let's go.
Oh, he even does the thing where he switches between, like, different styles. And changes his, like, uses his Keyblade differently depending on which style he's using. Just like in the original game. Like, Ericus would backhand hold his Keyblade, then, like, do Terra's big heavy swings and Aqua's more graceful ones. Okay. And while we're doing this, Aqua and Vin are still gonna be, like, on the ground fighting. Are they still on the ground? I guess this next cutscene that's coming up makes more sense canonically if, But I wonder, do I want to see that cutscene normally? Or do I want to see it with, If I do Olympus Coliseum like this, I'm gonna be doing it with Terra, Donald, and Goofy. Okay, I should just finish this. Oh, okay, the glitch happened again. Yeah, the same glitch happened last time where I used that and it didn't work. And we were just thrown right back into this fight after that cutscene played. Basically, we just have to keep fighting until the thing triggers again. Okay, use Super Ultra Zentinsuken Aga. Also, was recently I'm glad I'm not the only one who, thinks that the name for Magnet 3 sounded, like, way too sussy. Like, those who know, know.
Let's go.
It sounds a little too similar to a certain, chin-based villain from Fairly Odd Parents. Okay. Hopefully it works the second time around. Playing this part with mods kinda messes it up. Nice. Oh, look at this lineup. Look at this lineup. Oh, the little Power Ranger formation we had. And by the time I play this game again, I will have Aqua and Vin back in the game. For the purposes of this cutscene, I think it might work better. Well, I did this by necessity, but it ended up being a kind of a blessing in disguise. Yeah, I want to keep my overall defense stat high. Thank you. Even though I use Mega Potions now. Still stealing that. Okay, nice.
All right.
I do love having all 5 of us here. Alright, this ended up being cool. I'm glad I thought of the whole, like, compromise. Also, yeah, just ignore that there's double Aqua and Vin again.
Let's see.
You know, just ignore that.
Cheese.
Oh, I bet that's a great one.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. Alright, just the team of, Terra and Mickey and Riku and Aqua and Vin and Axel and Kairi and Aqua and Vin. Nothing weird about this. Oh, and Donald
Is
and
everybody
Goofy.
okay?
This mod really does make him extra blonde. Oh, there they are. You know the Remind cutscenes when you can see, like, future Sora sitting in the background? I feel like that's what that is. Oh, hey, who's this guy? Who is that?
Terra.
Ven!
There are now 2 Terras, 2 Aquas, and 2 Vins in this scene.
Terra, please say you're in there.
I'll get through this cutscene, I think. Yeah, it's 9:13 where I live, so I'll have to end things off, sadly. I know I didn't get much done today, but
I know that you're not him.
we saw some cool stuff.
Now let our friend go.
I know you're not him, because he's literally right there. This was a really bad disguise. Like, why did you think disguising yourself as a friend who's literally right here with us would work? Did you think we'd get confused and think the guy who's been helping this this whole time was Sussy Baka imposter? Like,
Today is the day.
what did you think was going to happen? Also, sorry about the demon who possessed my body and made me say Sussy Baka there. I didn't even mean to say it. It just like
one of you will be torn heart from body.
like it slipped out like a PewDiePie bridge moment.
But fear not. The Keyblade will still be forged.
We're not gonna lose to you.
All right, don't lose the mirror match, Terra. Vin, no! Oh, which one was that? Was that Vin 1 or Vin 2 that just got murked? The answer will determine how sad I am about this.
That's it.
And man, how'd you let yourself lose the mirror match? Come on. How'd you not know that move was negative against Terra in block? Only when you're playing as Terra.
Axel!
He hit the rock and disappeared. He vaporized. Axel's freaking dead. The sound effect played... Did Goofy, like, transcend time and hit him in the future? Also, we now get to see Donald use this ability in this outfit.
No! Donald!
Out of context, and also in context, that's just insane. Alright, and in this version, them vaporizing Terra's body isn't that bad, because actual Terra's still here. Like, in the original, it was like, okay, we destroyed his body, but maybe we could get his heart into one of those new vessel thingies. Even though at this point in the story, I don't know if they know that those are a thing that they could use. Which, yeah, that might be a problem. But it's not a problem this time, because that guy was a fake Terra. Good on you for getting rid of that guy, Donald. Now it's just the real Terra here. Okay, Donald might be dead now, but, like, you know.
Ven!
Okay, we lost to one Ventus as well. That's not good. One of those Ventuses is probably actually Roxas, so that's... yeah, that's not good. But hey, Axel didn't get vaporized. You know, just see the silver lining in all this, guys. Can't wait for his tears to show up, like, on his collarbones.
Pull it together, Sora. We haven't lost them. They still have their hearts. But we have to protect them.
Okay, I guess they had Dimix collect some vessels for them, so maybe they knew that even if some of them lost their bodies, they'd be able to use vessels. And that's why they weren't too, like, broken up about the fact that several of their friends are seemingly dead.
Mickey, Kyrie, Goofy, watch.
That might just be me writing the plot for them, though. But, yeah.
No, we should all get to safety while we still can.
It's too late for that.
Other Vin and Other Aqua will be the only survivors of this event. Or maybe it's going with my other theory that those are actually just the remind versions of them. Watching from the future that can't, interfere yet. Like, these events were written in time and those two aren't able to do anything about it. In that case, where's future Remind Terra? Unless, the version of Terra that Donald just vaporized might have been Remind Terra, which means something happens in the future that makes us go rogue. Oh, there goes Aqua. We still have a backup, it's fine. And we have another one of those. Those two we can't replace. Neither those three. Okay, we might be in trouble. Sora's girlfriend, no! What's your name again? The pants! The pants! Oh, the pants!
They're gone.
The pants.
Kyrie, Donald, Goofy, the king. Gone forever.
Oh god, the pants. Oh god, the pants.
What do we do?
Oh no, wait, the tears actually showed up on his eyes.
Without them,
With the Riku, like, in other mods, the tears would show up, like,
came from them.
on his, like,
They gave
face.
me all of it.
Like, they'd show up lower on his face than where his eyes are, just, like, some random place. But this one,
I'm worthless.
this mod actually somehow made it so that his tears actually showed up in his eyes.
We've lost.
Also, Terra, you're not being a great mentor figure here. Kind of unloading a lot of negative vibes onto what's supposed to be your apprentice. Not a good look, man. Also, you might...
Sora.
burying your
you
hands in
don't
the
believe
ground.
that. I know you don't.
Apo Sora, you arrived! You're a little too late. Also, I don't know if your telepathic powers are strong enough to overcome this crisis. Okay, so Terra dipped. Now Apo Sora's here. And I guess he left Dagobah earlier, before his training was complete. This is our Empire moment. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Well, there's still one version of Terra, one Aqua, and one Vin out there. So all hope is not lost. Most of the hope is lost, but not all of it. And that's what really matters. I don't think the game replaces the final world versions of these characters if I install the other mod. Maybe, maybe not. I'd have to see. That cutscene was significantly improved by me accidentally making it better. That was way more interesting with Donald, Goofy, 2 Aquas, and 2 Vins. God, from garbage technical difficulties setup stream to absolute gold. But seriously, I do have to stop streaming very soon. It is getting late. Which just means that I should start streaming earlier from now on, but, you know. I love saying you know and then not adding anything else to preference it, just, you know, trails off. Okay. This cutscene should be completely normal, so I think I can just skip that. Oh wait, how is Final World Terra gonna end up looking? Oh, the exact same. He came here fully intact. Oh, never mind. Yeah, Terra came here fully alive, but Sora, unfortunately, I guess, wasn't so lucky. These just look like they could be like either album covers or different sequences from an anime opening. Like, look at those shots and tell me that Terra's not about to drop, like, the hottest album of whatever year this takes place. Okay. I'll keep going till I find a save point. What?
Can't stay away now, can you?
Hello?
3 years have passed, almost 4. Still have no idea what that noise is supposed to be.
The name's Chirithy, and this is the final world.
Terra looks like he's getting ready to punt him.
What's the final world?
There's
He
nothing
was
else
stanced
beyond
up.
this. You've wandered here more than once before on your visits to the Station of Awakening, but I let that slide. The edges of sleep and death touch, and one can't help the occasional crossover.
Wait, death?
Yes. The natural end for those whose hearts and bodies perish together.
The
But
tiny
some
cat man is
persist
hiding
and
inside of
arrive
the
here.
goofy samurai pants.
My heart and body perished?
Oh, what are you doing in there? Get out.
Does that mean...
Something is holding you
My cat
here,
also.
refusing to let you go. You're hanging by
It's
a
like when you
thread.
wake up and your cat is underneath the covers with you.
What about my friends?
I'm afraid that no one else arrived with you. And if they're not here, they're either gone forever,
Like at some point
or
during the
they're
night,
clinging
the
to
cat
world you came from.
fell asleep somewhere
I'm going
on your
back.
chest, lap, or sometimes face.
Whoa, whoa! How exactly? You can't just wander out like your other visits.
What?
I told you. The other times you came here by your own choice. This time is very different.
Chirithy goes from like
Become your
talking
old
to me
self
to
again
being
and
stanced
return
up
to
in the
real world?
that
You
person over
have
there
to
is
piece
bullying
yourself
me
back
stance.
together in this world first.
Ah! Why am I in pieces?
What? No, not literally, of course. You're conceptually in pieces. On the inside, who knows? But on the outside, you're just fine.
Oh, okay. You kind of freaked me out there.
Oh boy. Usually, only a heart can reach the final world.
But you came here with
But
your
since
whole
you've
entire body.
clearly managed to retain some kind of form.
Like all of
that
your
can
form. How
only
did you
mean
do
the
that?
body was cast into this world as well.
Okay, so then if I can find my body, that means I'll be able to go back?
Precisely. But
So I can
there's
go
a
back
lot
now.
of you to find. You're going to be busy.
Oh. Okay, I have to go
These
help
must be
Sora
pieces of me.
channel his psychic abilities. I do want to find and talk to Naminé. Because her story is kind of tied to Terra's. Don't attack them. Oh, there they are.
Sora?
Yes?
Kuh.
It's me, Naminé.
Nominate?
I'm so glad that you managed to hold on to who you are.
Why are you here?
I
was
so
in
hope my
Kai's
theory
heart,
about, like,
but then we were struck by a powerful
Naminé
darkness.
looking different because she's tied to, like, I don't know, Ava or something.
And Kyrie?
Or some other character we haven't met yet. Like, it's a Ventus Roxas situation where that's why her nobody looks so different. And it's also why the theme song is
So
completely
the reason
different.
I retained my form in this
And
place...
we're gonna get a third theme that, like, ties both songs
She's
together.
holding you together. Go to
That'll
her.
be, like, the sickest
I'm
reveal.
trying, but what about you? I can't just leave you stuck here.
It's okay. Really. Kyrie is where I came from. So when she's safe again,
I
Kyrie
feel
is where
like
I'll
since
return.
Kyrie's voice actor voices two different characters
Naminé,
in this
I
game,
know that I'm supposed
I
to
get that they
thank you.
wanted to bring in a new voice actress,
The
but, like,
data escape doesn't count.
I feel like they could have brought in
I
one
need to say the words myself.
actress to voice Kyrie and then the other
Not
to
like
voice
this.
Naminé. It's
and Roxas
weird
can't
to
tell
just,
me
like,
you're okay with
exclude
this.
the original voice
I
if there
know
are
how much
two
you're hurting.
characters voiced by them. Like, I felt like there was a very easy
felt
compromise for
pain
that
Through Roxas.
that they didn't go with for whatever
He's the
reason.
one they all miss. It's not me.
Wrong. What about me? Kyrie, Donald, Goofy, the King. Roxas too, he misses you. And someone else special I know won't let you down.
Sora, thank you.
Well, then I'm gonna go save Kyrie, so at least you'll be free of this place. Okay?
Oh,
So this is that conversation.
Huh?
while sifting through memories, I spoke to Terra.
Yeah, you mean right now?
Blade wielder you've been looking for. He has a strong will, and it keeps him tethered to the line of light.
Yeah, tell me about it. Another Raw album
That
cover
connection.
and/or anime
Maybe that'll be
opening
enough to
sequence.
tip the scales in the other direction.
Actually, no. This is more like an.
Huh?
This literally is the ending sequence to Hunter x Hunter in the later parts, in the Chimera Ant and
That part of you?
yeah, during the presidential, the New York,
Thanks, nah,
the
man.
York New, I mean,
Nope,
during the
that's
election
not the official thank you.
arc, the outro looks almost exactly like some of these Final World shots. Like, you just need, like, Hiyori Itai playing over these pictures of Terra, and it would be perfect.
Be careful.
Okay, now seriously, save point and I'm out of here. This mod certainly makes it a lot more clear how many are left. Wow, there's no transition into this thing showing up. It's just kind of here now. Speaking of just kind of being here. The album covers keep coming in.
What a weird place.
Alright, let's... I guess this is the role reversal where Terra saves Sora.
I gotta put myself back together. There's no time to waste.
That animation looks so weird with Terra. Like, now that I can compare all of these animations between Sora and, Terra. It's called a road, it's called a rainbow road. It's a road that you go. This way next. I think if you fall off, you, rather than, like, dying or getting ratioed, you just, like, get sent back up full health and everything. So I'm not in any danger, but I would still like to not fall. Okay. It's not like freaking Rainbow Cruise where you slip once and your life is just over. Your car gets repoed. You get evicted. Get the other one, thank you. Oh wait, I'm still doing a 100 coin mission when you think about it. Let's see. Also, I passed a goal for myself. One time somebody came into the stream and saw me doing... Oh yeah, Spartan, it was Spartan. They came into the stream and saw me doing this and were like, oh haha, Birth by Sleep randomizer sure looks different. And I was just like, yeah dude. And I didn't tear him apart for making that joke. I did it. I responded to a chat member saying a joke that had been told a million times before without being, like, super rude about it. I did it. I've done what no other streamer can. God, they look like ants. They look like freaking ants all over the place, man. Let me go. Almost done collecting the subconscious fragments of my apprentice's friend. Maybe the real reason why Terra's voice sounds like Sora in cutscenes is because he has a bunch of them dancing around inside of his brain. Also, I hear weird complaints from people who, like, only see adjacent stuff from the series saying it, like, takes itself too seriously, or whatever. And it's like, alright, well, you're free to have your perspective, but also, there's an entire world in which the main character is, like, doing silly-looking dances while sliding around all over the place. After, like, a moment where everyone essentially died. I don't think it takes itself too seriously. I think it kind of knows what tone it's going for. For a brief moment, Sora regained joint movement. Okay. All you get is like 5 more HP if you stay in there, by the way. Which is why I never do that.
I see that you found them all.
Yup.
Then isn't it time that you left?
Oh, thanks.
What? I'm doing you a big favor here, you know.
This Cheerthy talks as though they run this place.
Hey, Cheerthy, you still look like you, right? Would you like me to help you find your pieces?
What's the lore on that?
I don't work like that.
So, like, you're waiting for someone to rescue you?
Sort of?
Well, tell me who. I'll find him.
He might even be one of my party members.
No. That's okay. He doesn't remember the past. Besides, I'm sure that he's much happier with his new friends. But I'll wait. He'll arrive here one day.
Okay. I'll be back to visit you.
What?
You and me are friends now.
Really? I've missed having friends.
I'm still stuck on the fact all these years later that people use Kingdom Hearts 3 out of 5 as like a scathing insult. The thing you're playing, it's about average. Like, that's the big harsh thing people came up with. Like, dang, bro.
Could I get a hint?
You really showed
how to
him.
Save the others?
Seriously?
You got him.
Are you a
Not even
Keyblade
3 out of
wielder,
10,
or
something that would
aren't
actually be like
Haven't you
a
already
burn.
learned how to restore
3 out of
someone's
5,
heart
that's like
after it's been
average.
Restore their hearts. Is that the same thing as...
Like, a good roast was
the
staring them
power
right
of
in the
waking?
face, and they were like, no.
I'm not sure, but give it a shot.
No. This'll take all my heart. Okay.
Oh, the Terra with Kingdom Key alerted. Terra with Kingdom Key alert. This is not a drill. Terra with Kingdom Key alert.
Look for the light in the darkness. May your heart be your guiding key.
Hopefully, going forward, Nomura plans things out a bit further in advance. Like, he's managed to craft a narrative that I personally at least like so far, but it has its issues, and a lot of them stem from the fact that he was very much on his coattails writing a lot of this. And it would be reassuring to know that he has more stuff planned out going into the next arc, but from some of the answers he's been giving in interviews, it might be like it might not be the case, but as long as he
Sora,
ends up coming up with something
you don't
good,
believe that.
you know.
I know you don't.
Is this repeating the same thing from earlier, or is it gonna show something different? Okay, yeah, that was that was repeating. You see, this is why we gave Apos Sora the telepathic training. He's reaching into Terra's mind in order to give him the power of waking so that he can go through and get everyone back. See, Sora had a role to play in all this. Every character gets a role in this narrative. Okay, and at long last, we are at the save point.
This is Herc's world.
I do agree with the criticism that we do need more gameplay to break up the cutscenes. Not because of, like, boredom, because if you're invested in the story, I don't get how you could be bored, especially the first time around.
There's nobody
that
here.
might more so...
Gee, I'm here.
That's less a problem with cutscenes and more, like, if you want to make a critique of the narrative and why certain elements of it might have bored you, then sure, but, like, I don't know if the prevalence of cutscenes is specifically anything to do with that, but... Yeah, I do agree that, like, better pacing would be nice. Okay. That was the shortest, longest stream I've ever done. I made very little progress, but it felt like we've been here for years. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully no more progress next time. And yeah, I'll do Mario 64. Okay. Alright. Finally got it working. After much pain and agony. Let me get my dashboard up on my iPad. Okay. All right, let's get going. Oh my god. I have to remember to install all the mods I need before I go live. Not doing so could have disastrous consequences. But let's see if the first one worked. Oh my god, it works! He's not talking.
Say goodbye.
Okay, the caption shows up, but we can't hear his voice, and that's what really matters.
Want some? You're done. Be gone.
Okay, so this stream I'm just gonna be going through this. Mainly going through this segment, then doing the, maybe Olympus Coliseum. Yeah, his subtitles show up, but I can't hear what he's saying.
Gotcha. Be gone.
Wow, I even have Barrier Surge in this form.
Take that. Take that.
Good god. Maybe I'll check out Olympus Coliseum.
Gather.
Oh, okay. Destroyed, annihilated. Oh, what's that, Cricket? I can't hear you.
Want some?
This mod, when you think about it, literally just lets you silence your conscience. I don't even know what level I am right now. I'm just enjoying the ability.
Stop.
I'm loving the ability to just do this without Jiminy being able to stop me.
You're done.
It's about the power more than it is the utility.
So long.
Mods that silence dial, like, change audio for, like, that type of dialogue. I didn't know that was a thing that was possible, but sure enough.
Say goodbye. Take that.
Okay, the shot lock stays normal, in different forms. What about magic? Okay. So it just does, like, the AoE version. We've seen that before.
Let's go. Ha. Thunder. Want some?
I remember the first time I read, Smash Brothers, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, trophy descriptions, and they just casually dropped the bombshell, well, what felt like a bombshell to me at the time, that apparently in previous Kirby games we'd seen Meta Knight's face. It's like, if you've played any Kirby game where you fight Meta Knight, then yeah. But the only Kirby game I played up to that point was Kirby's Epic Yarn, which is the one game where you don't see Meta Knight's face after you fight him. So getting that piece of lore that you usually get to see his face was like, that felt insane. Because most masked characters, you just, like, did not get to know what they looked like ever, it felt like.
You're done.
I'll get one level up, then I'll get going.
Let's go. Be gone. Want some?
Like, they still haven't shown what Master Chief looks like, apparently. Okay, now I'm level 47. I'm good. God, this is the most insane Keyblade. I don't know what could possibly top this. This is really good. Jimmy can keep trying to talk all he wants. Someone needs to make the nerd emoji meme format, but with Jiminy. Trying to get me to not, use the Heartless to grind EXP. And let me make sure I'm actually recording. Never making that mistake ever again. Okay? Both video and audio are recording. Ha! Haha. Terra's finisher automatically locks onto the... Yeah, that's right. I fought one of these guys as Terra before. I remember noting that his finishers lock onto the real guy even when he drifts away. And you're left locking onto the fake one. Like, Terra just ignores that and goes for the real one. That's very useful.
Hey, wait!
There's no need to worry, Sora.
He came out of my
Return to
armpit.
the
I don't
place
like that.
you
I don't like
had,
that at all.
you did. We gotta focus on rescuing the others.
Okay.
I'll allow you to talk only during actual cutscenes, Jiminy. Alright? Don't push your luck.
That scoundrel must have fled into one of those pools of shadow that are down below us.
Huh, he's actually on... Oh, he's
Well,
almost
I think
actually
they might
on
be
Terra's
portals to other worlds.
shoulder.
Okay. Maybe that's where we'll find the others.
If we hurry.
Rather than just floating next to him ominously. How's the game gonna handle the fact that I have the Aqua and Vin replacement mod in? Is it going to handle it, or is it just gonna, like, do the default thing? So, of course, Aqua stays as herself. No surprise there. Oh, starting off with that one, huh? Oh, he does Rising Sun for Payback Strike. That's awesome. This should hit him. Yep, it got him. You can't escape the freaking screen-wide AoE that is my shot lock.
Hold still.
Also, I used to think it was super cool. Smash Ultimate is so far the only Smash game so far that I've played that did tournament mode right. Where you can have, like, entire tournaments with just one player versus a bunch of CPUs. Every other Smash game has some weird gimmick or something that ruins it. Like, with Ultimate, you can do special, like, you can do stamina mode tournaments, all that jazz. Single player, custom stages, a bunch of options. With Brawl, you can't do tournament mode unless you have a second player. So it's like only couch co- Oh yeah, it just uses Goofy as a model still. Okay. You can only use, you can only do it with couch co-op. You can only create tournaments online with, Smash 4. And oh yeah, it wasn't even a default feature of Smash 4. They added it in after the fact, and then they added it in wrong. But then they finally got it right with Ultimate. They're like, okay, let's actually make this good. Oh my god, that was like the perfect end screen. But Brawl not having a good tournament mode is like the one L they took in terms of single-player content.
Enough!
Because in every other respect, Brawl has like the best single-player content of any Smash game. Like, it even surpasses Ultimate in that regard, which Ultimate has some pretty good stuff. Coin Launcher is a lot of fun. The galleries have so much, the trophies were like super good in Brawl. Introduced me to a lot of new series when I was younger. People complain about the stickers not being a cool form of representation, but I think of it less as representing characters and more so representing the general history, because think about it. In a very early internet age where a lot of this stuff wasn't as archived as well, this was a lot of people's first way to see a bunch of official renders and artwork of a lot of these characters. Which is super cool. Like, the stickers is basically this giant scrapbook of official video game art and all these different, like, styles. It's not about representing the character, because, like, you'll get multiple different pieces of artwork of the same character. It's more about, like, chronologing the game's histories as a whole. So it, like, fulfills a different purpose than the stickers do. Like, the stickers are mainly just, like, a substitute for trophies. Because when they're making a game with that many characters, they have to sacrifice some stuff, you know? But stickers weren't that, because they did have a ton of trophies. And stickers was just another thing they did for fun on top of that. And I think they were as a bonus addition towards a game that already had a bunch of different characters represented as trophies. I think stickers were a really fun addition. In terms of like being able to view official artwork at a time before. Maybe it's an outdated concept now, but in a time before that type of thing was archived well, it was really cool. Just get shotgun blasted immediately the second he comes in. Get owned.
Stop that!
What? But Subspace Emissary speaks for itself. I think some levels are definitely more fun to play through than others, but overall the entire experience is like pretty like solid all the way through. I at first didn't like the subspace maze. I thought it was like really fillery. Because I thought it was, here's what I thought the subspace maze was after like years of not playing Subspace Emissary. I thought they just reused a bunch of exact levels from earlier stages in a random order, and you had to just blindly run around until you found a bunch of characters. Or, like, found all of the doors you were supposed to go through. That's actually not the case. The areas in the subspace maze are different. They have, like, different designs than the areas in the base games. They have the same, like, tile sets and everything, but they have different area designs, different enemy designs, all that. They also have different, Come on, get him, get him, get him. I also said something about how, like, it was the same song over and over again. It isn't. Like, they actually have the music from those original levels there, too. So you get, like, variety in terms of visuals and music. And, plus, on top of all that, by the way, that guy got owned. They actually... The map... Every time you press the pause button, you get this super helpful map that shows you exactly where you are in relation to where the places you need to be are. Because there'll be, like, these little icons on the map. There'll be your icon that shows your that tracks your exact location every time you pause. And little icons on the map that show you where the little boss fights are.
Let's
So
try
you
another portal. Aim for the ones wrapped in shadow.
so you actually always know where you're supposed to go. So yeah, the subspace maze, which I remembered being the worst part, wasn't as bad as I remember it being. So subspace emissary is like pretty solid all in all. I initially thought that you had to go to the save points in order to use the map, but no, you can just use it anywhere. And once you get to a save point, you can use it to teleport to other save points and like swap out characters at will. So it's actually pretty good. I definitely gave it too much guff initially.
So long.
But I hope that since in the next Smash game, they're definitely not going to be able to get the same roster back. A cool thing they could do to... Okay. Oh, this is the coolest one, because they run away super far. And then they get you with this thing that makes it so that you can't attack. Oh, fun! Oh, and they turn invincible! Okay, they weren't invincible. I lied about that. Okay, where did they... Okay, why am I dashing when I have, like, a way faster glide?
Let's go.
But yeah, on top of the gameplay of Subspace Emissary being pretty solid, there's also the fact that the freaking cutscenes are so good, man. I heard people complaining about how there is no voice acting, but the fact that they were able to communicate the character's personality so well, which, okay, one, having that many different voice actors read however many different lines, that would take, like, a lot more resources. Like, I have the voice actors already, but, like, having them also do recorded speaking roles on top of the grunts that they do in game would be like a lot of... Oh my god. Oh, this is the worst one! Oh, great, you get the chance to attack him and the thing is like, no, you're thunder, haha. Lightning, haha. These guys please tell me they drop focus. Okay, they drop magic and focus. I can at least recharge my focus and MP.
Gotcha.
No, no, stop locking on to those. Stop. I need to kill this guy right now. Thank you. Oh, but yeah, the cutscenes are so good, even without voice acting. Because there's not voice acting, they, go out of their way to communicate the characters' personalities through their mannerisms and interactions, and they do such a good job of it. Like, I highly recommend that anyone who hasn't seen the Subspace Emissary cutscenes in a while, just look up, like, Subspace Emissary all cutscenes full. They're so good. Incredibly entertaining content. Lucas has an entire character arc.
That's the last one. He must be hiding in there.
Like, they understood Lucas's character and communicated an entire arc where he undergoes growth and progression, all without ever showing him speak. It's like next level stuff. It's so good. It is a shame still that they went out of their way to kneecap the competitive aspects. Cause, okay, rumor has it, some competitive player for, like in the Melee scene, got to play an early build, and they, said a little too much online about the gameplay of said build. And after that, a lot of the cool features that they pointed out were in that early build got removed. So, the big meme for the longest time was, wow, Brawl would have been a way better game if this one guy just didn't spill the beans.
Let's go.
Which, if that is the case, man, that's sad. Alright, well, I wasn't targeting him, but, you know. He was in the way. Where are you? Where are you? Wait, what?
Gotcha.
You can't escape. Like I said. But despite the wacky choices with the competitive gameplay and the Wii's awful online matchmaking, the single player experience more than makes up for that. Like, as an overall package, as like a entire video game, I think it's one of the best.
Well, Sora, I'd say we've been to every world that we can visit.
Also, playing Kirby Superstar, then going back and playing, then going and playing
I wish I knew.
Subspace Emissary, there is a ton of, there's a ton of, you can see a lot of the design philosophy of Kirby Superstar in there. There are even some enemies that are, like, almost the exact same.
And yet you learned nothing.
What?
It's basically like Sakurai got to make, like, Super Smash Bros. Superstar. Yeah, the Great Maze is almost like the Great Cave Offensive.
The Lich you've been fighting, it's not like other Heartless.
But it feels like with Spirit Mode, Sakurai is more so coming around to the idea of some form of single-player story thing. And, like, I'm glad he did the Spirit, the World of Light thing, because that was kind of neat. Even if it wasn't nearly as cool as Subspace, it's still, like, cool. And there were, like, a handful of cutscenes from that. As well as the cool cinematics for character reveals.
Not for traversing worlds to reach hearts. There's a high price to pay.
But if they went full on Subspace again, that would be really good.
So what? You're worried about me
But that's
now?
like saying if they even ever make another Smash game.
There's no saving you.
Huh.
You've paid the price, and it lies at the bottom of the abyss.
Wait!
It is crazy how long we gotta wait till August.
Oh, Sora.
Oh.
Hurry, Sora! The way to the Keyblade Graveyard is open! Chipper and I found a new path!
Haha!
Of course!
Like,
That's the one place
I'm
we
telling
haven't
you,
checked yet.
man, Dark Road the movie.
Go.
What? What are you doing? Funny girl. She's just like on her back, stomach up. She's just a little weirdo.
Sora.
Kyrie! I found you!
Now, this scene comes across, you know what, purely platonic. He's like twice her height.
You see? I had no doubts that you'd pull through.
The light in the darkness. It was you. You're the one who kept me from fading away.
All I did was believe that you wouldn't.
I feel strong with you,
Crazy how
Kyrie.
both of them are wearing skirts right now. Look how huge his hand is compared to hers. He has to hold on to her belt.
told you, Sora. You're safe with me.
Oh. Yeah.
It is crazy seeing just how well the cutscenes work, even when you swap out for a completely different, like a character who doesn't even slightly resemble Sora. Like, this cutscene with Roxas, okay, makes sense. They're about the same, like, height and size. I mean, this is, like, completely different. It's gonna be probably even whack. Oh, wait, the Aqua mod might be a lot like Project Equinox, where it doesn't, like, animate cutscenes.
Yeah. Thanks, Kairi.
But if not, that's gonna also be pretty nuts.
Oh. It did work.
Now,
Oh,
back at those
Aqua's
dogs.
astral projecting a second version of herself.
Right.
Wait, Aqua Vin, come back. This is still, like, the rawest intro a world has ever gotten, by the way. Like, they went super hard on that cinematic. Oh, they came back. Good. Thank you. Okay. It was cool having Donald and Goofy back for that one scene, but now I think it's about time we get the main crew back together. Wait, actually. Oh yeah, I am allowed to just straight up go to the world map from here. I want to see if there's any more content in the Olympus Coliseum right now. Or if there's stuff that unlocks after I beat the game. Then don't worry, I'll head right back into things. Oh, yeah. Okay, so like I've established, I'm not specifically a political streamer, but I do have political views and like to express them when I feel necessary. Like when something huge happens. And something huge did recently happen, which is Roe v. Wade getting completely just gutted. I think it got completely overturned. So that's, maybe we shouldn't let ancient geriatric, folks run the, like, a bunch of important stuff in our country for their entire lives. Like, maybe that's just, like, a bad idea. So now, because Obama didn't do more to make sure that this wouldn't happen, it's happening. So, yeah. I legitimately don't know what could be done to help with this situation. Besides, like, simply not getting screwed over by living in a southern state or a red state. But yeah, that absolutely sucks. Remember, if they actually cared about babies' lives, they would just, like, they would make a, like, actual, like, baby supplies, like, formula, cost as little as possible, if not be free. But instead, they find the most ghoulish way of doing things, and it doesn't even solve the, like, thing they're trying to solve. Like, if you don't like the idea of fetuses trying to be, being aborted, maybe invest in sex education contraceptives, but nope, they don't do that either. weird how they only go for the most controlling, ghoulish, and downright despicable, quote-unquote solution for this. Weird. Weird how they don't do any of the humane, productive things that would result in abortion rates dropping. Very strange. Very odd about that, how the people who claim to care about the lives of babies and infants don't actually do any of the things that would help out with that, like lowering the cost of baby supplies or just, like, I don't know, making them free. Well, this just goes to show we might have to redefine what our idea of cartoonishly evil is, you know. Like, whenever you see a villain doing something completely heinous for no good reason, or they have a reason that doesn't completely make sense, and you think, hey, that's unrealistic, maybe it's not so unrealistic. Maybe it's, sadly, exactly how those types of people work in real life. And yeah, I guess I'll just, like, echo another sentiment I've seen, which is, politicians are not your friends, don't give them your money. Just send that money direct. Well, in most cases, I say send that money to the cause you actually believe in. There are rare cases in which actual people with actual policies need funding, but 9 times out of 10, just put the money where it's actually needed. But yeah, I just wanted to briefly touch on that since that's the current awful thing. It's crazy how our political system is, either grandma bakes fresh cookies or her house gets burnt down. Those are the 2 things you vote for. And people try to argue that they're both, like, equal or both as, the same. Like, in any regard. Crazy. Tournament levels scaled. Did I do this one already? Various capabilities. Boss rush. I think I should save these for, oh boy. Yeah, I should save these. Yeah, these probably unlock after I've beaten the game. This looks like the only one I can actually do right now. And then don't worry, I'll jump right back into the main story content. Because I want to get some, like, at least decent progress done today. Since last time was very short. Ugh! The music caught me so off guard. I'm not even messing around with these guys.
Let's go.
They're getting in immediately. I am not playing around. They're getting eviscerated on sight. Oh, don't tell me. Please tell me Vin killed that guy and he didn't do the thing. That I have the feeling, the weird feeling he did. Oh my god, that attack works on them. Okay, why was... Aqua is caught in a state of constant healing. This is actually amazing.
Want some? Say goodbye.
Yep, he did the thing. Oh wait, no, there are just multiple waves of these guys. Okay. Also, what? Oh boy, a ton of the worst enemy. Also, I saw a weird observation about boss design recently that's like comparing Dark Souls bosses to Zelda bosses and how Zelda bosses usually make you like wait through cycles to get to the point where you can hit them. And it's like, well, yeah, the combat in Zelda games typically isn't as good as the combat in like a Souls game. Because combat is like the main thing in a Souls game. It better be good, because that's like 90% of what you do in those games. While Zelda, on the other hand, has like puzzle solving, a bunch of different like puzzle solving with a bunch of different items you use. A lot more exploration, a lot more like forms of gameplay. Like, the main thing with Souls games is combat, so yeah, that's gonna be incredibly polished and satisfying, those fights. Opposed to, like... I really don't have to heal myself. I'm just doing it to get my MP back. Okay, Aqua is out of her heal phase. 999 EXP for that guy. Dang, Shotty, okay. Drip. You're done. Okay, good. Vin took out that one guy, he didn't teleport out of the arena like that other dude did. What a scumbag. I'm still not over that guy. Well, I'm still not over what he did to us. Oh my god. This is like the best Keyblade ever. There's like no competition. Oh my god. Oh wow, there's a time limit? Oh man. Oh really, there was a time limit.
Let's go. Let's go. Be gone.
Oh, they thought giving... You know what, I shouldn't get cocky.
Take that. Gotcha.
Oh wait, those guys are immune to magic. But they're not immune to this. Normal enemy with a desperation move. Thank you, Aqua Cure AOV. Oh, AOV? Thank you, Aqua OVA. Thank you, Aqua Area of Effect Heal. And thank you, Vin, for, like, going absolutely in on this dude with me. Best team ever. I don't want to speak too soon, but it really feels like these guys are unstoppable. Get out of here.
Say goodbye.
Oh! Okay. That's actually somewhat intimidating.
Let's go. So long.
Oh my god, Faraza with the area of effect. Is their lightning always green? It being green there felt wrong for some reason. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to play as the Birth by Sleep secret boss? Now you have it. The Terra mod lets your dreams come true. You're now an unstoppable god. Your enemies have no tools that are equipped to deal with you. I don't agree with the opinion that, like, Birth by Sleep is irredeemable garbage or whatever. I don't even think it's a bad game. But I do think that some of those, secret bosses are poorly designed, to say the least. Especially, Armor of the Master and Mysterious Figure.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, I have to beat these guys without... Okay, so that only took 3 hit points, so not too bad. But I still ought to watch my P's and Q's. That was the most nerd emoji phrase I could have used there, but whatever. I'm a Kingdom Hearts streamer. You know what to expect.
Gotcha.
Okay, that may not have been the best use of my time. Oh god, half my time is up.
Say goodbye.
Wait, is this a... Okay, so the time limit isn't turning orange, which I take to mean that I'm not on a time limit here. Like, it's just a survival thing. Hopefully that's correct. Okay, it's correct. Thank God.
Take that.
Yeah. Yeah, they stood a chance. Yeah, there was something they could do about that.
Let's go.
Ow. Let me just use the finisher. I'm the only source of light. Wow, that looks so good. In a dark environment, the glowing effects in this game look amazing. Almost makes me wish there were more, like, instances of stuff like this happening. Like, more nighttime arenas, just things that glow. It's weird how they just show up as the ball before anything else. Also, this is the boss that we're gonna have to fight in, like, 2 seconds coming up here. Oh boy. Come on. I want to charge up my thing.
Let's go.
There we are. Really? Man, and none of my magic is projectile. Really? You're gonna do this? Just go outside of the arena and be a jerk? Come back. Oh, this guy gives shot. Oh, they keep respawning and they give you shot lock power. Specifically so you can deal with him when he goes outside the arena. I see what they were going for. Oh my god. Oh god, the freaking default Heartless stun lock. I forgot how scary that move was. Where? Okay. Oh, no. I want no part of that. Okay, Aqua and Vin are farming those guys pretty well. I'm almost at enough shot lock power. Speaking of bosses not being designed too well, this guy on critical mode in a fragmentary passage seemed like a nightmare. Because he would just change in an instant from his purple weak phase to his orange you're dead now phase with little to no warning. Oh, you're doing this again? What? What? What do you mean? Oh, come on, you cheater. Come back. Come back, coward. Really? Really? Come here. Okay, one. Come on. Bro. Alright, so he can go behind the stands and just become invincible. Crazy how threatening normal little itty-bitty Heartless are here. Okay. I can't see him digging through the ground. Come on, come on, come on! Go! Thank God. And by thank God, I mean, that's doing barely any damage. Get off of me. So this guy's gonna be a problem. Except my finisher randomly did 1 billion damage to him. Not that I'm complaining. Oh my God, that also did like a ton.
Say goodbye.
Oh, I forgot about phase 2. Which also has like a trap you in a corner and murder you phase.
Gotcha.
Yep. Oh! Oh my God! Oh, come on with that! That was so stupid! What the heck? God, that attack is so dumb. You just get trapped in the corner and there's like nothing you can do about that. Oh boy. Sure am glad this form lasts forever. Oh great, he launched me into the air before I could heal my party members.
Let's go.
At least that did decent damage.
So long. Let's go.
Okay. Just in. Just in. Thank God. Most annoying dude. Okay, Buster Band Plus. Now to go back and fight the real version of that thing. In a hopefully less inconvenient arena. I say hopefully because that guy is a nightmare and he can do whatever he wants. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have any, like, AP boost or stat boost or anything like that? None? Really? I didn't pick up any? Wow, that's surprising. Okay. Second laughter pin. Alright. Oh, and I have to buy another Kupo coin since I got robbed. Need to remember I actually have Glide now. $48. Okay, clips. I'm so glad they revealed the whole thing about light expiring is like a continual thing in the story and not just something that happens once. That makes it so that that one cutscene that I take huge issue with is less of a problem overall. Still not my favorite scene by a long shot, but now that we know the Book of Prophecies was talking about every instance in which, like, the paradigm between light and dark shifted, it's, like, a lot easier to swallow the events of that scene and the implications lore-wise. Because, man, like, watching it at first was like, bro, that was the big moment the Book of Prophecies foretold? Now it's like, no, it's one of the moments. It's like, okay. I can accept that. Okay. Back into the fray with this. I hope Aqua and Vin get teleported by my side, during this scene.
Vin!
And I don't have to fight this boss alone.
Terra, we found you! Terra.
And this Terra's obviously the fake one, since the real one is, like, back there. Wow, Terra, you must have teleported ahead of us. And then gone to this super ominous pose.
Now let
They
our
just look
friend
behind
go.
him. Hey, wait a minute. If that's Terra, then who's this guy? Nosferatu.
He is their 13th.
Today is the day you all lose.
Or a day, according to the Ultimania.
Before you even face the 13, every last one of you will be torn heart from body.
Bro really said, I read the manga, and then Sora went and changed the events.
The Keyblade will still be forged.
Speaking of which, Final Fantasy VII
We're
Rebirth,
not gonna lose to you.
having some pretty insane implications. They are gonna stick with the same story, just with, like, some spicy stuff's gonna happen that's gonna catch a lot of people off guard, but it's not gonna be a completely different story.
Who are you?
Wait a minute. Yeah, it worked! It worked! The mod worked! I downloaded a mod that made it so that Lingering Will has his classic voice rather than just monotone Terra voice. Oh, it's so much cooler. It also makes sense for this playthrough. I guess Terra... Whenever Terra takes off the armor, it just kind of gains a mind of its own. I don't know why I didn't use this armor remote control. Maybe I needed to go to the final world to learn the technique that lets me sick my armor on my enemies before we could come back and fight him again. That was the key. Speaking of key, hopefully I unlock Ends of the Earth after, in place of Starlight, I get Ends of the Earth. That would be nice. It would be perfect to unlock that Keyblade right after the cutscene with Lingering Will in it. I don't know if this mod also works with this Remind cutscene, but
them first.
The fact that it works with the story one is really good. Aqua, look out. They are unbothered.
We'll hold off the others.
Okay, we've got this.
By that, we mean our other selves, I guess. Are they gonna be with me? Please? You guys! You guys! You're just gonna make me fight him alone? Guys! Okay, yeah, the AoE assist. Yeah, Just cast thunder every once in a while, Aqua, that was a meme. The strat of spamming thunder doesn't actually work on any mode but beginner. And if you're complaining about beginner mode being easy, I don't know. Look, the game journalists seem to like it, that's all I'm saying. Crazy how they keep making that meme relevant. That attack does so much damage to him. Look at this. Oh, wait. Aqua decided to actually be helpful. Thank you. She realized that the spamming thunder meme wasn't a real thing. She's here now. Vin, on the other hand, has decided that he still doesn't feel like helping. Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. I should try using Barrier Surge. Oh, yeah. And I can hit him twice with it since his hitbox is so massive. I can even dash through that annoying... Okay, I probably shouldn't test my luck. This version of him is way more tolerable to fight than the freaking arena version. Or Coliseum. This isn't Kirby. Although that boss rush mode does remind me of the Kirby true arena thing. Crazy how Star Allies went from being like dang near incomplete at launch to being like one of the best Kirby games I've ever played in my life. Like, it's insane how they made that comeback. This can be reflected in like the final boss theme of that game, because initially it was just like, oh, okay, it's just the main theme, but with green electric guitar green greens. That's not that impressive. And then the freaking 8-minute long version of the track that has like a super emotional piano ballad came out. It's like, oh, okay, this is now my favorite final boss theme. Crazy how they just did that. Like one of the best arena modes, an insanely cool character roster, like a bonus mode that adds levels from previous games with like a surprisingly high level of dedication. Like, they just decided, hey, yeah, sorry we launched the game in the state it was. Here's the best thing you've ever experienced. Looking at the ground improves the frame rate. Probably because the game doesn't have to keep up so much crap happening at once. Yeah, I'm just gonna stare at the ground for right now. It'll also probably help me dodge these. Wait a minute, am I actually gonna... That worked! I just went around in a circle. You couldn't get me. Owned. I am constantly in awe. Okay, random subject. I'm constantly in awe about the number of, like, calculations the average fighting game player can do in their head at one, like, in a single instance. It's insane. Like, not even fighting game players who are considered good. Just, like, the types of dudes, who are, like, better than casuals. Like, those guys are insane, the amount of stuff they can do. And then some other guy will come by and completely wax them effortlessly. Like, they're a complete joke. Like, within the span of, like 1 second, several different interactions. Like, it's insane how, like, even a person deciding to jump forwards has, like, a million different things associated with it. Like, oh, they could go, use this move, which will be, like, +5 on block and put them in advantage. Or they can use this move, which in that case, I can use this move, which, puts me into the advantage state because, this move has priority. And the hitbox is, like, shaped in just such a way where it will avoid getting hit by their attack and hit them at just the right weak spot. But if I miss the angle just slightly on that, they'll be able to punish the attack for half of my health. It's like, what? And you figured out all of this in like half a second. What are you on? Like, what? How? What are you made out of? Fighting game players are just like a different species. They're not the same as you and I. Unless you listening to this are a fighting game player, which in that case, what alien planet are you from? And can you give me your powers, please? Oh, but one thing I would like to be normalized is not getting mad at people when they don't play a full set with you online. There are a billion reasons why a person wouldn't want to go an extra round while playing random matches online, and I feel like none of them are really your concern. Just keep it pushing and find someone else to play with. Like, whether they just want to do one quick match, best 2 out of 3, best 3 out of 5, honestly, that's just, like, up to them. I feel like people reserve the right, as long as they're not literally rage quitting in the middle of the match, people reserve the right to quit at, like, any point they want. I don't know why that's such, like, a big deal. Also, if someone has a playstyle that you find annoying, or you completely slap them effortlessly, I don't know why you'd even want another round with them. Like, I mean, you pretty much know exactly how it's gonna go. Like, fighting game players are super good at figuring out each other's skill levels, so you know when you're facing someone who's a complete scrub and doesn't know what they're doing. Versus, like, and you know when someone has a really obnoxious, like, play style. that's like trying to tilt you as much as possible. So I don't even know why you'd want to go another round with those types of players, but I don't know. Some people take it as such a personal slight against them when another person simply doesn't want to go a second round. It's like, dude, you have no idea, like how long does it take for matchmaking in that game? Like, how long does it take to simply just find a different opponent to play with? And also, you don't know if they just, like, had something come up in real life. Like, someone could have called them from another room, and they're like, oh, 1 second, let me finish this match real quick, then I'll go check it out. And then they had to leave the lobby. Well, not the lobby. They had to leave the, like, matchmaking thing. Like, you realize people have real lives that they have to attend to while they're playing these games, right? It's not always, like, a personal slight when someone decides, 1 round is enough. And they don't even need a good excuse. They can just drop out if they feel like it, because, I mean, it's their prerogative. But yeah, I'd like to see it be normalized where people are more accepting of that. Because seriously, just get in a match with someone else. It's fine. Did you see Aqua's head tilt down at the last second? Like, she was looking straight up at the little tornado thing, and then her head, like, popped down at the last minute.
I'll stop it.
But yeah, don't try to guilt people into playing extra rounds with you out of, like, some weird obligation. They're there to have fun just like you, so if their version of having fun is just playing 1 quick match and dipping, then let them have that.
Need some help?
I guess this scene is now retroactively even more significant, since that's the guy who made Scala. John Scala himself has helped us. John Ad Kylum. Scala Johnson. Also, are the Keyblade Graveyard Keyblades not the ones from Kingdom Hearts 1? I could have sworn that, like, you could see the one that you get from, like, the Tarzan world in there. Okay, I accidentally froze the computer while trying to look at OBS. I'm sorry. Okay, I've been going for an hour and 9 minutes. That's all I wanted to check. I'll probably keep going until, like, 9, where I am. Which will be, like, 22 more minutes, something like that. Okay, Undertale time. I am again surprised that this works so well with Terra's character model. The glowing light even lines up with where his heart actually is. Okay, there we go. For a second I was worried that wasn't gonna work. I feel like so much of this game is summed up in this one sequence, where we're greeted by, like, one of the worst sequences in the franchise, followed up by one of the best sequences in the whole franchise. Like, so good that you forget how kind of lackluster the initial scene leading up to it was. I'm of course referring to the one where, like, everyone dies anticlimactically. Which again, in retrospect, now that we know that that's not the moment, It's less bad, but still, like, eh. But yeah, then they do this, and it's like, oh. Oh, what was I mad about again? Oh, here's a crazy thing about, since I've been playing Brawl mods recently. It's always the super cartoon, the more cartoony a character is, the better, the more, like, love and attention and detail is put into their animations. Like, basically, the more cartoony a character is, the better they are, the better they feel to play with, and the more hyper-realistic they are, the more jank and awful they feel to play with. Like, prime example, there's, like, a, Toad. Like, characters like Toad, Mickey Mouse, and Bomberman are, like, some of the best characters in Smash universe. While characters like, Deadpool's okay. Like, characters like Captain America and Batman are some of, like, the worst feeling characters to play with. Super jank animations. Like, rarely do they have, like, the right voice setup. Barely any, like, good combos. Barely any damage, barely any knockback. Meanwhile, you play as, like, freaking SpongeBob or Mickey Mouse. You're busting out these crazy freestyle combos. These super good-looking, smooth animations that have, like, squash and... yeah, like, squash and squish. Good knockback, good damage. Very creative moveset as well. And it's like, it's crazy, because it's the exact opposite with Mugen. Usually if you're playing as, like... Well, this isn't universal. But usually, like, oh, the anime characters in Brawl, in the, Brawl universe are also not very good. Like, they're better than the hyper-realistic characters, but they still have the problems with, like, the jank and low knockback, low damage, all that.
Huh? Look.
And it's like the opposite in Mugen. If you see an anime character or, like, a realistic-looking character in Mugen, you know it's about to go down. Like, they have a cracked moveset, amazing frames.
Big bad.
Meanwhile, the more cartoony Mugen characters are either an extremely cracked gag character, or something someone kind of sketched up real quick. Or like, sprites from an old GBA game that someone ported into Mugen.
The organization's
with like a super basic art style.
One Xehanort got to in the past and has influence over. So, that must be you.
Also, I'm surprised that Brawl Universe doesn't have a Kingdom Hearts Mickey. Like, when I saw Mickey on that roster, I thought that's the version it was gonna be, but no. And he's not a, like, alternate costume for Yoda either.
Wrong. My hour of weakness.
Another kind of confusing thing about...
How about
as cool as Brawl Ultimate is, there are some wacky things about it I don't like as much. Like, some characters are on the same character slot as each other as, like, Echo Fighters or, like, alternate costumes. But sometimes they'll display the wrong character as, like, the default. Like, Maka from Soul Eater. I hope I pronounced her name right. She's put over Darth Vader, but Darth Vader has her voice. I keep forgetting he's in that outfit. Darth Vader has the anime girl voice, so it's super weird and jarring.
I'll have you know we failed with style, Chief.
At least you
Is that supposed to be a contemporary reference, or is he just referring to the fact that he used to be above him in the organization?
One last time. Take it away.
But yeah, there are some wacky issues like this. Oh, Ridley, the boss version, not the playable version, has the voice of a freaking anime girl as well. And, oh, like... there was... Terra, can you please move from the camera a little bit? Please? There was a mod that was supposed to be, Midoriya from My Hero. But it's, like, actually just a generic like template for anime characters. Like characters who are supposed to be like somewhat short will be like the same height as Snake. And they'll have movesets that feel completely disconnected from what they actually are. So Midoriya was over the same character slot as the angry video game nerd, and they had the same moveset. And the nerd somehow worked better with that moveset than Midoriya did.
This isn't good.
What I'm trying to say is, the angry video game nerd would beat Deku in a fight and it wouldn't even be close. Like, they trained in the same dojo, but one of them was definitely the better student. Okay, so Donald and Goofy just peaced out. Oh, Vin just ran off. Does he always do that?
If you try to use time magic against these numbers, you won't have enough strength for the final battle.
Look at those dudes yonky sploinking in the background. Stamina is canonically a thing in this series, I guess. I never really paid too much attention to that. But it explains quite a bit.
I'll try and break through. Everyone.
Not exactly the most consistent thing, especially since, like,
Alone? That's crazy.
healing
I'll help.
is a thing. But I guess there's being drained on magic.
Splitting up's a bad idea.
I guess it's for the best that they keep it vague. Because the more we think about it, the more things might start to fall apart in that aspect.
Way too many.
The CBT wizard arrives. With a rock I must. Pain I must endure.
Go, my young champions. I will hold them all here for as long as I can.
Hold them off I will. Go you must.
Behind?
My brain is so scrambled that, like, CBT, Yoda, and wizards are now, like, permanently linked. Like, the three might as well be the same.
Donald. Goofy.
That's the canonical reason why you don't see them in this cutscene. They're backing up Yen Sid, don't worry. They didn't get eaten by Heartless, and now we're still hearing their distant death rattles. It's fine. They're right here, guys. They went to a farm upstate to help Yen Sid. I like the occasional unversed you see in this crowd here. Please stop talking and go. Aw, man. Just normal Starlight still. Then do we ever get Ends of the Earth? Wait. I think I did. Wait. Did I? I'm now confused. There might be a mod that replaces Starlight with Ends of the Earth. I might have to look into that. stomach hurts, but I'm being a very brave boy about it right now. Just thought you should know that. God, I should make a whole compilation of things I talk about during loading screens. 5-hour long video. Almost there. Put your foot on the pedal. There go your mans. He waiting for you. What? Why is Apo's Sora back? Where'd Terra go? Is he not allowed to be in this cutscene? Dang, they excluded him from the cutscene. It's messed up. I thought we left Apo's Sora back on Destiny Islands. This song goes hard, by the way. In case you weren't aware. Imagine if the short one that everyone immediately guessed was Shion ended up not being her at all. And our 13th member, Short Zaldi.
Today, we join these other wielders and leave our mark on fate.
Why and how did you get him? Specifically to mess with you.
I have waited patiently, but together, we shall unlock the Keyblade War's secrets. Now we forge it. The ultimate key. The Keyblade.
You think we could have taken them all if we just rushed them while this was happening? Would that have worked? They outnumber us by a significant amount. That probably wouldn't have worked. Might not have been a good idea. Well, Sora's worth like several of them put together.
Here we go.
But then again, they have like Terranort and all that. Yeah, that wouldn't have been a good idea. Definitely for the best that we waited.
Yeah.
Haha, bald. I really want a Sphinx cat just so I can go haha bald while petting them. Anybody else peel like a lizard? My skin is just constantly peeling. More loading screen talks. Your favorite, the loading screen talk collection. With all your favorite hits such as, Does anyone else peel? And I have a tummy ache.
I'd better get ready. All right.
I guess this is seriously the closest thing we have to Ends of the Earth. Wait, is it? Huh. I could have sworn they would have replaced Starlight with... Huh. Yeah, no. I might have to see what I can do about that. In the meantime, I'll... Oh! Okay, one frame of giant... this. I might have that fixed by the next episode. We'll see. Or stream of this game. But yeah. Next time I'll finish the main campaign of the story. But yeah. That's basically about all for today. So see you next time. Thanks for coming out.